And Gaza is under complete siege. And this is driving people into a very disastrous situation.
What is the situation in Gaza? What does it look like? Who are the people over there?
I think when Americans think about this place, we have such a narrow understanding of what's going on, and in the little bits that most people tap into, they get a very limited picture.
For me, I have come to realize that the epicenter of post-traumatic stress disorder is Palestine. It has come to me as a shock to understand the trauma that these people have suffered and where the stress never, ever leaves. And the trauma keeps on hurting day in and day out.
Trauma in children. When I was in Gaza after the war, I met a child psychologist who said that after the First War, a child is dealing with the worst trauma of the First War. Then the Second War happens and the child is dealing with the worst traumas of the First War and then the worst traumas of the Second War. And then when the third conflict happens, and there have been 3 conflicts in Gaza in the last 6 or 7 years, the child is re-traumatized from the first trauma, the Second War, and the First War, the Second War, and then now the Third War. So you've got this triple traumatizing. So in all aspects of life, the public sphere and the private sphere, things have got considerably worse in the last 10 years in Gaza.
The way that we came to this project is seeing that the situation in Gaza creates an ongoing conflict, and mental health is something that isn't readily apparent. It's not a physical damage, either bodily or infrastructure-wise, and it's something that has ongoing consequences. And so in our effort to address the full range of Palestinian needs, we saw that focusing on mental health, particularly in this ongoing conflict. But in addition to the human impact, there's the infrastructural impact, the destruction of the spaces that children often see as safe, such as their schools or their houses. Over half of Gaza's kindergartens sustained some level of damage, with 11 being completely destroyed. And 18,000 homes were also destroyed or severely damaged. And so children see this day in, day out. They see this destruction day in, day out. And so we wanted to address the ongoing impact of these circumstances, which is why we developed the Healing Through Feeling program.
I'm so delighted with the work that United Palestinian Appeal does, not only with its unique and very progressive efforts in the Gaza Strip. The engagement of science and community, as well as mental health professionals, should go a long ways to understanding and beginning to heal the trauma that the residents of Gaza have experienced.
We're training mental health practitioners in Gaza through our pilot program right now, and they are in turn engaging parents and teachers as well as kindergarten children, because we want to make sure that we educate parents and teachers on what trauma is and what are its symptoms, so that they can recognize those signs both in themselves and in their children and work to alleviate the symptoms of trauma. Ultimately, these children need freedom. They don't need therapy. We want to make sure that they have therapy so that when freedom comes, they can take full advantage of it.